Yeah, we'll take an early call. I really want to see these modifiers and what they are capable of doing. Now, this is getting a little risky, but we will take another call. It is like 20 blanks, 20 turns of blanks, but hopefully we can... Actually, I don't know the math on the rent payments. We will just make it. Actually, I don't think we will. No, we are one short. Okay, so I really do want to see the floor modifiers. So we're gonna keep playing until we can hit those floor modifiers. We'll take an early cultist, and hopefully we can have a few more pop up because they don't pay out anything until there are more of them on the board. The bubble will help us get to rent at least these first few. So we will take a bubble, and we'll take another one because I do not like the egg or the coin very much. And we're well past rent, which is great. And let's take an item capsule and hope for the best. And now eggs. I'm not a big fan of the frying pan. And we want the miner over the mining pick just to see what that how that impacts the run. So I'm thinking we take happy hour and start picking up some beer. And we got a small symbol bomb as well, so we will be using that right away. And another coal, why not? We're gonna add a few items here as well. The peach will give us 2. And we got a miner, which is good. We can see how the miner does impact the run. We'll be taking as much ore as we can now. I guess we take the plum because, you know, they're paying out 4 per spin now. And do we want an instant 5 gold? We are getting 11 per turn. So we will make rent. However, the other items are just trash, so I guess we take the tedium capsule. It's not like we're getting the greatest symbols per spin here. And so I always like the goldfish, especially if you can get your hands on that fish tank fairly early on. We'll see what we can get out of it. Again, the distance between rent and it's shrinking. However, we do have another 2 paying orange. Or we could go with the wealthy capsule. I think we need to stock the board with a little bit better. I do want to buff the rabbits. I'm going to take any rabbit buff I can get because I have a theory that the rabbits are the highest paying symbol in the game. Everyone always does the flowers, but the rabbits actually get quite a few buffs if you can land the right items. And again, all of these items not the greatest, so we're going to skip. We are getting a decent amount, not quite enough, but we get an ore, so hopefully the miner can land next to that in the next 3 turns here. And we'll take another peach in order to boost us as much as possible. We get a bubble as well. I think we take the dwarf. The boost on the alcohol will definitely pay out if we can get some of those on the board. And we'll take a bubble because those items were all kind of trash. And we just made rent, so we do need to reconsider our strategy here. I guess we take a wealthy capsule. Let's re-roll it. We get a 5-sided die. A 5-sided die is paying out more on average than all of our other items. And I guess we take a cat, lucky cat, because we need a little bit better items on the board, I think. And so we'll take that as well. Get some good rares on the board would probably be really good for us. And the silver arrow is interesting. It destroys targets that it are pointed towards. I don't know how much of target pays out, but I guess that is something we could look into as well. Haven't actually seen those items either, so I guess they added a few more items that I was not aware of, which is also pretty cool. We're gonna re-roll this. Still haven't had that miner land next to that ore yet, which is kind of unfortunate. However, the silver arrow is helping us out now. We are going to be cutting it super close. What is this, 30 per spin? Yeah, it's gonna be tight, but we'll see. That lucky, or the silver arrow might end up saving us. I'll take a ninja for now and destroy him later. I think is the best route to go. And yeah, the silver arrow I think is going to save the run, at least on this round. Really need to get some better symbols though. The lockbox will have to do. We get rid of the key, which is not great, but it did propel us past rent. And so we did clear the board of a few items, but hopefully it does pay out. Now, we want the golem, and I think we want the egg carton as well. Get some passive items, and our coal should crack into a diamond pretty soon, and we will add a strawberry to the board, get 3 per spin. Will equal out to 9 if we can get that arrow to hit it. So we are getting a little bit going now. We'll take the cultist. It's kind of late for the cultists to be making that much of an impact, but it does mean that that cultist will pay out now. And the buffing capsule is probably the better way to go. It actually ended up paying out the exact same as the Void Stone, so it didn't really matter, but I was hoping that would synergize with the silver arrow. And we'll take a chick, because we can fill this egg carton and then delete the chicken. And there we go, the miner is paying out now, very slowly, and we will be stocking, so we want a geologist next, I think is what we're looking for. Do we have goldfish already? We do. We need that tank to come into play. Either that or a miner would probably be pretty helpful. Either way, we're going to make rent, so we have set ourselves up pretty well now. We just need something that will start either eating some of these crappier items or synergizing with them. And so we have lots of removals, but I don't know if I really want to use them. We'll take another item capsule, and we get rusty gear, which is always good. However, I don't think we actually have 3 symbols that are the same. We have the ore. We're going to have lots of ore on the board pretty soon, and because of the miner, I guess that means we will have lots of gems. So we'll take the rusty gear and hope for some duplicates. And we already got the pearls now. We got a diamond on the board. I think we're in a pretty good spot. So for this run, I'll take the wealthy capsule. I was really tempted to re-roll that round, but that 10 gold is probably going to help us out. And we get an emerald on the board. Do we want to re-roll it? Yep. We got General Zaroff, except we don't want to destroy half of our people, so we're going to re-roll it again. And we got absolute crap because of it. We did take Lucky Cat. It will lead to more items, better symbols. So we'll take the cat, I suppose. And Void Creature will pay out 8. However, we're not making nearly enough for rent. And so this run is probably kiboshed as well. I may just keep playing here for a bit off camera until we can get to the modifiers and see what they look like, because I am super curious to see. I mean, I'm not gonna say that this run is completely thrown, but it's not looking really great. We gotta make 64 in 1 spin. These items are not going to help us immediately, and so we're gonna skip those guys. Yeah, and we did not make rent. Yeah, I'm gonna play off camera here for a bit, and we're gonna see what those modifiers look like. So I'll be back in just a second. Okay, guys. So I have made it to endless mode, and it seems like now we have unlocked access to the floor modifiers, and so we're going to continue playing in endless and see what this modifier trampled by rabbits does. We do already have the 1000. I've kind of been running with a dame and geologist run with a little bit of toddler and dwarf mixed in there. I have a bartender on the board, so I haven't bothered to get rid of the dwarfs, but we are on a pretty good path right now. The geologist does have 50 some gems in him, and so he is paying out really decent per turn. I did also see the target pop up, and it gives 2 per turn and then 10 for when the arrow destroys it, times the bonus of the arrow. So it's an okay payout. It paid out 40 for me, but yeah, it's not like a super amazing item, but it is helpful to have. We'll take a reroll. We have quite a bit of boosters on the board as well. Thieves have helped us out quite a bit, and yeah, we should be able to make it through at least a few floors here. I'm not sure what the Trampled by Rabbits does. Maybe it is passive, and so we should probably take a look at that before we go into it any further. It's not up on the items board. If we take a look at the options, there is nothing in there. The inventory may have something to do with it, but it doesn't look like it. We also have 3 thieves that are on the board right now, or no, they were destroyed, sorry. No thieves on the board right now. Yeah, not sure what the Trampled by Rabbits does, but let's keep rolling and see if we can figure it out here. Yeah, so let's keep rolling and see what happens. I wonder if rabbits are a much more common item to come up, or what the deal is with them. I do like that they have added something to, there's also this little one up here. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe we have to start a new game on floor 2. So we'll see if nothing comes from this run here. We're just gonna skip. I don't think we'll make it past maybe 2 more rent payments, so it won't take long for us to get there. But making decent spins per turn, but definitely not a sun run by any means. Okay, we have reached the end of the run now. Let's jump back to the main menu and see. Now, rent payment 7 costs 25 coins more on floor 2. So let's give it a shot and see what the deal is with the rabbits, because it can't be just, maybe it is just that it pays out 25 more, but this is super interesting to see what they have added, and I'm really excited to see some variety to the game. Adding some modifiers to make it a little bit more difficult for yourself is always good. You know what, let's just hope for a diver and see if some rabbits pop up in the mix. Not going to see this run all the way through. If we don't see an abundance of rabbits here in the early game, then I think it's safe to assume that that it's just the 25 on floor 7. We'll take a wolf, I guess. It will help us out. Rabbits have a 10% chance of adding fluff. I guess we will go with a full rabbit build here and see if they pop up. I mean, rabbit fluff on the board's probably not going to be super helpful for us, but whatever. we can see it through. Yeah, not the greatest items. I guess we'll take an owl. Could go for a moon run if this one does follow through, but I'm not seeing any rabbits, so I think that the first modifier you unlock is just an more expensive floor 7, which is not the end of the world. Usually if you get to floor 7, you've already made it, or you're gonna crash and burn before that. And so an interesting modifier, but I guess you would unlock more as time goes on. And if I do see a decent amount of interaction with this video, I will probably make one covering all of the floor modifiers. I will be playing this game quite a bit now that there's more variety, because it did grow kind of stale. But adding some challenges definitely does help the mix, and so take a blue pepper for now. It will help us short term anyways. But yeah, if you're interested in seeing the floors, let me know in the comments, and leave a like, hit the subscribe button as always. Love to hear from you guys down there. I'm pretty actively interacting in the comments section, and so always look forward to hearing from you guys. Yeah, I think it's safe to come to the conclusion that the rabbits thing is maybe just some sort of reference that I wasn't quite understanding. And so that's totally fine by me. I guess maybe rabbit's foot is lucky, and lucky number 7 maybe is the correlation there, but I'm not going to jump to any assumptions. If you guys do know, let me know in the comments what that might be referencing. But yeah, we'll do a plum. I don't really know how far this run will go, but I think we may just can it here. I know that's super abnormal, but I am kind of trying to set a limit for how long I spend on each video during the recording process, just so that I can keep on track with the content I pump out. We have approached an hour here, and so I don't want to run this video longer than it needs to be, and so yeah, but I do look forward to hearing from you guys. Would love to hear your thoughts on LBAL Landlord. Was this game just a 2-week trend, or do you think it has some more life in it? I haven't really seen it as much on streams and stuff like that, and so maybe it has kind of peaked and is now on the downturn. But I'd be curious to know your guys' thoughts if you're still playing, and what you are. Sure, 3-sided die. Probably not making the next rent payment here. Yeah, let me know your thoughts if you're still playing and if you're still interested in this kind of content. If you're watching, what are you guys watching anyways? I've been really into King of Retail lately. Northern Lion and Sips have been doing quite a few videos on it, and it's such a janky game, but it is so fun to watch. And for some reason it is not able to work on Mac properly right now, so I am very much anticipating the day that they do fix whatever bug there is going on. But for now I am not able to play it, which really sucks, because I would love to get into that game and see how far I can go. Definitely would do some content on it as well. Yeah, I'm looking at actually moving over to PC, and if that's the case, then I will be covering it. I haven't really done a Suits run in a long time, so maybe in the next video, if you guys would like to see more, we will aim for a Suits run, as well as the elusive Rabbit run that exists only in my head, I think, but I would like to see the extent of it. We flooded the board with pearls, and so it's safe to say we are not going to be making it much further in this run, but that is totally okay. Sure, a reroll is always good to have on hand. And let's get rid of the oyster. Oh, there he is. I was hovering right over top of him. Yeah, if we can get a dive on the board, that'd be great, but I think we might be past the point of no return with the pearls. I mean, look how many there are. A geologist would help as well, but we did end up making the next rent payment. I don't know which payment we are on. It may actually be this one that has been boosted. Rusty gear always helps when your board is completely overtaken by some stupid symbol. I'll take a thief. You gotta play high risk, high reward in this game. We'll take our first rabbit, and he will now flood the board with the rabbit fluff, which should give us some better symbols if we do manage to make it that far. A banana as well. The monkey has destroyed the thief, which is super good timing on that synergy. Probably could have waited a few turns for the thief to go, but I'm not complaining at all. And we do have the lockpick, which is always nice to have. Yeah, I think this is rent payment 7. Let's see, you have 25, 50, 100, 150, 200, 225, 300. I think it's normally 275, so that does make sense. We are starting to see the rabbits now, so maybe the rabbits do come into play on the 7th rent payment, but unfortunately we have not made the run, so that will be the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Like I was saying, leave a comment. Love to interact and hear from you guys. For now, that'll be it for Luck Be a Landlord. I am itswits, and we will catch you on the next one.